class with a few seated cat-cows. So come to be cross-legged on the mat. Palms can rest on the tops of the thighs or the knees, lengthening through the spine. And we'll take this at our own pace. Take a moment to check in with the body as you soften the gaze. And when you're ready, inhale to lift through the chest, gazing up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin, curving out through the spine. Inhale to come forward, shoulders come up and down the back body. And exhale, roll the shoulders forward, feeling that space between the shoulder blades. You can do this a few times at your own pace, just working out any kinks. Maybe even veering off the beaten path if that feels good. Exhale to come back to neutral spine. Left arm comes to the mat as we extend the right arm out and up overhead. Inhaling to find length, and exhale for a gentle side bend. Just gazing gently past the right elbow. Maybe we pulse a few times here, feeling that stretch in the right side body. If this is too much for your neck, maybe you gaze down gently towards the fingertips. And rolling out through the spine, we come back up to seated. This time the right palm can stay firmly on the mat as we extend the left arm out and up overhead on an inhale. And exhale, gentle side bend to the right. Feeling that long stretch of energy down the left side body. Maybe pulsing here a little bit. Inhaling to find length. And exhaling to sink a little deeper. And when you're ready, we can swing that left arm down and roll up through the middle to come back up to a comfortable seat. Hopefully now you're feeling a little bit looser in the spine. Take a few moments here to breathe and check in. And with our next inhale, we'll bring the arms up overhead. Inhaling to find length. And exhaling for a gentle twist to the left. Right arm comes to the right knee. Left palm can find a space on the mat behind you. Just gently gazing past the left shoulder. With every inhale, we find a little more length in the spine. And with every exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. The bottom of your next exhale, we come back to center. Inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale, gentle twist to the right. Left palm to the right knee. Left right arm can come to the mat behind us. And just be mindful of where your body reaches its limit today. If this is enough for you, that's okay. And we're going to do a few little stretches here out through the shoulders. So inhale, bring the arms out wide. Exhale, left arm comes underneath the right, wrapping just above or below the elbow, stretching out through the shoulder blade. If this is too much for you, you can grab for the opposite shoulder with that palm, or bring the left palm down towards the right wrist. Core is engaged here as we maintain integrity in the spine. And being mindful if that shoulder is coming up, to allow it to relax. Inhale to bring the arms out one more time. And exhale, switch. Right arm wraps underneath the left. Continuing to breathe here. Exhale to release. And make your way onto all fours. As we take a little bit of a rest pose here, tops of the feet can come down, knees as wide as the mat. Press the hip bones back towards the heels as we extend the palms out long and bring the forehead down to the mat for wide-legged child's pose. Maybe we massage the forehead into the mat here. Keep a little bit of energy in the fingertips as we grip into the mat and feel the stretch all the way down through the triceps, extending through the spine. There's nowhere else you need to be in this moment. Just allow your body to share with you what it needs and to take a little time for constructive rest. And we'll come up onto all fours, wrists stacked underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. You can gently turn the palms out slightly so that the inside of the elbows are reaching towards the front edge of the room. Inhale to bring the left arm up and overhead, maybe making some circles to bring some mobility to the shoulder joint. One more inhale, and exhale to thread the needle, bringing the left arm down to the mat, left ear to the mat. And maybe we extend the right arm up overhead, or option here to take a bind if that is in your practice. Continuing to breathe at your own pace. Gently slide that right palm back down underneath the shoulders and come back to all fours. Take a moment here if you need to sort of wiggle out through the wrists if that was a bit much for you. And when you're ready, come back to tabletop. And we'll take this posture on the other side. So inhale to bring the right arm up towards the sky. Maybe we make a few circles here, inhaling as we lift and exhaling as we come back down and around. One more inhale and exhale to thread the right arm through. Right ear comes to the mat. Option to bring the left arm up and overhead, or maybe comes to the back of the right hip in a bind. Continuing to breathe here. And release. Palms come back underneath the shoulders as we rise back up to all fours. Can come down all onto our bellies. Wrists underneath the shoulders or just above as we inhale to gently lift the sternum for baby cobra. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the chest. Gaze is soft. And exhale, release. We'll do this a few more times at your own pace, engaging through the back body. Exhale, release. And we can begin to move through a little modified vinyasa here. So coming up into an upward facing dog, pushing back through bent knees and rising up to downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal it out here if you feel a little bit tight in the calves. Inhale to roll forward into plank. Exhale, release down to the mat. Inhale, pressing up to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze up towards the top of the mat as we come to a plank. One more time. Belly to the mat as we exhale. Inhale to rise up, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Knees come to the mat here as we come to find a comfortable seat. Take your time making your way to the top of the mat, maybe crossing one ankle over the other as we sit back into cross-legged position. Inhale to bring the left arm followed by the right arm behind you on the mat. Take a moment here. As you inhale, lift the chest, gaze gently towards the top corner of the room. Being mindful not to crunch in the back of the neck as we open up through the front body here, stretching through the front of the chest. If this is a bit much for you, you can use a block to help prop you up. And as we exhale, bring one arm and then the other back towards the knees. Extend the legs out long here. We'll slowly roll onto our back. Right knee can come up. Maybe grabbing the front of the shin as we pull it in towards the right shoulder. Maybe flexing through the feet or taking a few circles here. One full inhale. And exhale, left arm can guide the right knee towards the left side of the room as we extend the right arm out long. Supine twist. Gaze can be up towards the ceiling, or maybe the right ear comes down to the mat. Option here to take a block under the knee if this is a little too much pressure for you. Or maybe if you'd like more of a challenge, you can extend that leg out long. Inhale to engage through the core and pull that knee back to center. Maybe bringing both knees in for a little hug. And we'll switch sides here, extending the right leg out long. Right arm to the left knee as we take a gentle twist towards the right. Left leg extended out. Left arm extended out in a T. Just gazing softly, either up towards the ceiling or towards that left palm. And when you're ready, engage to the core to bring that knee back to center. You can bring both knees into the chest one last time for a big hug. And maybe we reach between the knees towards the heels to come into a happy baby, rocking from one side and the other as we massage the spine. One deep inhale and exhale to release, extending both feet out long. And with one more full body stretch here, reaching the fingertips up above the head, pointing the toes, and then allowing them to fall gently at our side for our final Shavasana. Allow the bones to be heavy here, the forehead and the jaw to relax, the fingertips, the fingers, palms to fall open. Feel the hips relax, the thighs, the knees. Maybe the feet fall open. Just take a few minutes here to integrate the effects of your practice. Allow the breath to come to its own natural rhythm. And you can stay here as long as you like, or when you're ready, begin to wake up through the fingers and the toes. Bring one arm up to make a pillow, roll onto one side, and push yourself up to seated. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. Namaste.